Moving to our last segment today on ETBU Extra, live from CC's in Marshall, our last show of the year. I want to say thank you to CC's and allowing us to be here each Wednesday from noon to 1 to enjoy the buffet pizza, the dessert pizza, and all the trimmings as well. And, of course, all the folks that came out during the year to watch the show. Now we're going to bring Adam Ledyard, the ETBU Sports Information Director. Without Adam and his assistant Josh McSwain, this show would not be possible as they come up and set it each week. And Adam, it's been a great year to be here at CC's. We've had great moments talking to Tiger Sports and Tiger Athletics. First question I want to ask you, during the whole year of ETBU Sports, what's been your favorite moment?
Wow.
I'm going to put you on the spot because you're the SID and you've got a lot of favorite moments.
There's a lot that happened this year, but I think overall this year my favorite has been the men's basketball run through postseason. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun watching them play, their brotherhood, and then traveling with them up to Wisconsin and just seeing how well they represented ETBU on the road, the compliments they got from people, from strangers, just how they were together as a true team and a true family. And some of those wins that they had, the last-second shot against Howard Payne on our floor, and then winning a conference championship on our floor, and then winning both the first and second round games and coming back and beating Claremont Mud Scripps. So, and then it was fun being up in Wisconsin, watching them defeat Northwestern and ending their winning streak to head to the Elite Eight, and just putting our name out there overall and showing that, hey, we are competitors. We can do stuff down here in Texas at ETBU. We're a small private Christian school, but yeah, we still have a loud roar and we can still play well.
Boy, if you ask me that question, there's just all kinds of great moments back during football season, watching Josh Warmington throw for touchdowns and yardage and being one of the national best quarterbacks in the nation, and of course the ETBU offense being named the statistical champion for most yards gained in the year, and just then of course moving to other sports like the soccer team and the success that they had on the field. And of course, I'd have to agree with you. Basketball was a great run. Burt West, the head coach, has been a personal friend of mine in my 13 years here at ETBU, and just to be right there at the table to see Coach West and Coach Michael Prather win their first American Southwest Conference championship ever, it was a great moment. And I remember one of the things that I noticed was that as the team went out to the middle of the court and celebrating, Coach West just stopped Coach Prather and said, just look at what they're doing. This is what it's all about. You know, just sit there and say, Coach Prather, look at them just celebrating. And they just took in a moment of celebration, watching their team celebrate before they graciously went over to shake hands of the opposing team when they won the ASC. So it's been a great moment, and still we got some more to come.
Well, and you can't forget about volleyball. They've got an 18-match home winning streak this year, for the last 3 years actually. And then they beat Mary Hardin Baylor, nationally ranked in Ornella's gym. First time they beat a nationally ranked team. So volleyball had a great season, ended up as regular season runners-up, and made a run there in the conference tournament. So, like we said, a lot of great moments, a lot of awards this year, Players of the Week, all ASC awards, some national awards for players. So it's been a really good year for the Tigers.
And let's go ahead and move and talk about ETBU Tigers softball right now, because that's the next championship to be won, so to speak, as the Lady Tiger softball team, ranked number 3 in the nation, play in the American Southwest Conference Championship Tournament. It's their 16th straight appearance in the ASC. That is a nice long streak.
That is a very long streak. Only team to ever do that. And they also have the most wins. They're 38 and I think 12 or 17 in the tournament. So the most wins by any team. They got the most championships by any team. So needless to say, ETBU knows how to play in the ASC tournament for softball.
They have 7 championships at the ASC. And this Thursday, they start another run, hopefully to win an ASC championship to get the automatic qualifier into the NCAA regionals. Their first game is Thursday at 4 p.m. They will play the winner of the Louisiana College Laterno University game that plays at 10 a.m. And, of course, UT Tyler just barely edged out the Lady Tigers in that #1 seed. UT Tyler came to the weekend needing to lose 2 games to Louisiana College, and their last weekend series not able to happen. But, boy, when the Tigers went out to Sul Ross State to play some softball, they put some runs on the board against Sul Ross in their last regular season series.
They did. They scored 41 runs in those 3 games. In the last game, they won 11-1. They scored 14 in game number 2. So their bats are starting to come around. Their offense is starting to click. And it just doesn't feel like it's the end of the season yet with all these rainouts and things. I talked to Janae the other day and asked her, does it feel like the end of the season? And she's like, no. And I feel the same way. It doesn't feel like that the end of the year is already here and we're in postseason. I feel like we still have another 2 or 3 weekends to play, which hopefully we do in the postseason, but it just doesn't feel like last year where you knew, okay, hey, we're ready for postseason, we're getting ready to make our run. It just doesn't feel like that right now. It's like, hey, we're clicking, let's just keep playing, and hopefully that'll run into the conference tournament, and we'll use that momentum into the conference tournament and hopefully into the NCAAs.
Of course, last year, Lady Tiger softball made it to the National Softball Championship that was hosted by UT Tyler. This year, the National Championship Softball Tournament, the Final 8 is going to be held in Salem, Virginia, and that's what all the NCAA Division III softball teams are looking forward to as they go through their conference tournament. As I mentioned, ETBU, their first game in the ASC tournament is Thursday at 4 p.m., and we'll have the game right here live on the ETBU Sportsnet at goetbtigers.com, and also ESPN 1450 AM, 96.9 FM here in Marshall will be broadcasting the game as well. It's a double elimination tournament with 6 teams. Hopefully, it takes 3 games to win it all. ETBU gets those 3 wins.
That's what we're sure hoping. But any way you go, it's probably going to have to go through UT Tyler. So we're hoping we can win this first game and most likely the second game on Friday. If you win your first game on Thursday, you'll most likely be against UT Tyler. So any way you go, you're hoping that it'll be 3 games, which has been done before by ETBU. And it's going to be a very fun tournament. It's going to be a very competitive tournament because 1 through 6, they're all great teams. And anything can happen on any day in the postseason.
UT Tyler hosting the ASC Championship softball tournament because they were the regular season champion just by percentage points over ETBU. Well, let's talk, kind of wrap things up today here on our show. Talk about the ETBU fan vote that's available right now for folks to go out and vote on.
The ETBU fan vote. Well, we are closing it right now. I know who the winner is, and it's the softball team because they always strive to win this fan vote. They've never lost a fan vote, which was their goal. 67% was the vote for softball. 32% was the vote for track and field. And it was a good run by track and field to try and push softball, but in the end, the softball players like to win, and so they won again this week with the fan vote.
And of course, it's presented by Matt and Courtney Workman of Team Higher Purpose. They're alumni of East Texas Baptist University, graduated back in 2002. Well, that's going to wrap up today's show, the final show of the season. Adam and Josh, thank you. Josh is the one who's ran the camera all year for the replays on YouTube, and Adam's been able to get all the guests together and get them here and get everything set up, and appreciate the work of Josh and Adam. And hopefully, we continue to broadcast championship games as Tiger Baseball trying to make the ASC Baseball Tournament, and definitely for sure Tiger Softball is in the ASC this Thursday, 4 o'clock right here on the ETV Sportsnet. Any final words, Adam?
It's been a fun year, and it's not over yet. This was my 3rd year, and I've enjoyed all the moments here. It's a great university to work for, a lot of great coaches and people around, and they sure do love their Tigers at ETBU, and that's what we like to see.
Hopefully in the weeks to come, I'm saying Tigers win, Tigers win. So best to the ETB Lady Tigers and Tiger baseball team. Softball team, as of course I mentioned about them coming up with the ASC. That's going to wrap it up for CC's. Hopefully we'll join you next year again for another whole year of ETB Extra. So long from Marshall, Texas on the ETB Sportsnet at goetbtigers.com.